because it was this arm and I didn't want to hit you. I don't know why I like her that time you hit me in the hand. His hand and then leg.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It was super crazy.
Okay. Good. Sorry, that's scary.
It's fine. Okay, I thought you got your neck. You got side on that last hit.
That's like.
That's good. I think the second shot was late.
You hit my body first.
Okay. Because the first
It was
one
like a whammy. Like I hit
Yeah.
overneath it.
That's fine.
Just a little.
Good. Yeah.
We'll do a couple more and switch to pumps.
Okay. Good.
They did call fighters to the field a second ago.
Good.
Kill him. Okay. Murder. We would visit Tampa, Orlando, and Fort Lauderdale whenever we came down for those 10 years. And after I graduated high school, my mom was like, figure it out, boy. And I was like, I will. This is Blue. Who are you?
I'm H.
H? Hey, H. All right, cool. Now the camera knows who you are.
Oh, that's what he was mine. They're on mine now.
Very, very with you. Yep.
Fighting blind.
No, this is what my mate is doing a spark on me. Yeah. When he gets you and then you get him. Oh, got it.
You got.
Okay.
So my first routine is that H, when you throw to commit, you are throwing one shot and coming back. W for throw two or for your change of your style of attack. Because if you just throw one and out,
Yeah.
Blue will learn that and just improvise it, which you did a couple times.
Let me make a tandem on that really quick, because the reason why you keep doing that is the same reason that we've been working on before. You're still putting all of your weight on your front leg, so you throw one shot and you have to pull back to recover the shot. Try and stay a little more.
A couple times I've seen your footwork, you would like move over and your leg would cross.
Yeah.
And, like kind of filter over. Just if you want to kind of do that push, you can have your foot forward and lean, as opposed to putting your weight kind of off.
I'm doing things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
So either you can like football step, or change your hips and just walk backwards.
You're like doing it just a little too much.
That's that marching band box.
Yeah. Exactly. Once I figured it out, I was like, this is so smart. Besides that, you guys both like arm each other and stuff like that. You have to have a game plan on what you're doing when you're arm or leg, because it's you can't just be like, what do I do now? It's like you got to have a kind of go-to thing you're comfortable with. Like let's say we're fighting each other and you arm my left arm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately go in for a stab, or I'm gonna just come down. Having that motion of you get armed and you're like, oh, I have to step back and reset because I got armed, will get you dead in the end. You want to have that kind of like, okay, I'm armed and still throwing. Does that make sense?
There is no pause and once you get hit, just cast. You have like these really fun little stabs you want to get armed, but they're kind of half-assed in the nicest way possible.
Your steps
Half-assed
were also
non-derogatory.
very projected. So like they were structured well, but I could see them coming, which is why I was able to get out of the way of them.
Alright.
Footwork was a big one for you. I thought basically with offset.
Footwork is my forever struggle.
Yeah. I'm gonna focus on giving them critique. I'm gonna focus on giving her critique.
I understand. You can critique too.
I just want to tell her you're bad.
That's fine. No, that hit. I was very hasty. I went in very hard, and then you were moving back and throwing a shot at the same time, and that's why I was expecting to move and not throw a shot, and that was my downfall.
That's something I've been working really hard on, actually.
Cutting off angles of attack. Because that came by for this shot here, your hand came around and blocked his shot from the off the side as well. That was really good.
Blue, the fight's not over when you kill somebody.
Yeah.
Block every shot.
Yeah.
Every single one. Fox is an extremely honorable person and will tell you, hey, I died before whatever. Not everyone is that cool, and it's not because everyone's a cheater. It's because some new people seriously just don't know. They believe they threw a shot. But if you block every shot, it does not matter how late they are.
If you're perfect, it doesn't matter.
And also it's good practice. Hey, you know?
Yeah.
Mr. Sparring lady. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just filming it currently. So currently I'm not fighting, therefore I don't know what's taking place.
Something's happening.
Exactly. I
don't
think
know.
they're fighting and then we're giving like them critique afterwards.
Okay.
However, me and you should spar later and film it.
I'm leaving soon, so we're actually going to do some sparring now.
Okay, cool. Me and you can spar now and we can film it.
I'm dead. Sorry.
It's just angles. A lot of it was vertical and that's why you got blue in the head.
I'm gonna spar Murray.
So just kind of hit my thumb so hard. That little angle is all you really need. It seemed like there was a lot of weird like mid-range struggle between the two of you. And neither one of you didn't have like a solidified like plan on how to break the struggle, like a DVC like game struggle. Like how do you beat that? Sometimes I just get out of the way, just let the person fall, which is what you did, and that kind of helped you.
Also, this is weird. I'm not used to fighting somebody shorter than me.
Yeah, remember.
Everybody's usually taller.
That's fair.
Yeah, remember.
The biggest thing to remember is that if we're here, right? Like I don't know how tall you are. You look like you're not that much taller.
5'7".
Yeah. So you're like 5 inches on me.
I'm 5'5".
You're not 5'5". You're not 5'5".
That's what says my driver's license.
Yeah, how old's your driver's license? There's no way you're 5. Because I'm supposed to be like 5'9". Like you're not that much shorter than I am. You're not 4 inch. Anna's 5'5", wherever she is.
Like angle of my head. And the other thing is to watch when I throw shots. So like because when I throw shots, if my whole body moves, it shifts my head slightly over. So if you're going for a shoulder shot, you'll hit me in the head when I do that.
Yeah.
So those are things, especially on shorter fighters, things to look for, because if you're taller, like if someone's taller than me and I'm going for a shoulder and they do that shift, it's still arm.
Yeah.
Whereas if I do that shift, the same shift at lower angle becomes head. So, as someone who gets hit in the head a lot because I'm short, that's why.
To your left.
That's Talon.
Cool.
Sorry?
So say hi.
Just over 3 years. I started in August of 2018.
And that around when you started too?
I started in October.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. So you hit my shoulder.
I got my arm.
You had beautiful block, beautiful stab.
I still have my arm.
That first fight you had a beautiful block, beautiful stab. The second fight you did a little pool noodling out there. You stuck it out there and just kind of like wiggled it a bit. You do that when you're very clearly don't know what to do.
First round you, second round me.
And you're doing a lot of very straightforward moving in and out. Like Fox is saying, angles are going to be your best friend, right? So if you are fighting, so it's like fighting a sword and border. Like if you fight him straight on, you're just going to be hitting shield over shield and shield and shield again, right? Same thing with a red fighter. If you step off to the side a little bit, even if they turn to try and get you, you can still throw a sneaky little arm snipe or something in there to try and get a good shot. It also affords you to step in a little bit more if you feel like your defense is good enough and try and pop a shoulder.
The goal of that was to try to throw fakes at you, see how you responded. And the second round, you just kept your guard out there, which is why I lost. I wanted you to beat or get into a position for me to throw afterwards. And that stab in the third round was just luck. It was just luck.
Yeah.
All right, I'll fight blue.
Is this supposed to be?
Don't ask me how that works.
Aha.
What's wrong with it?
It went black.
Oh,
So,
just swipe the screen.
swipe the screen?
It goes back to same pattern.
oh, okay, cool.
I didn't actually like roll my hands across, so it was like just an angle change.
Wait, Tom, do you want me to be filming these fights or do you want me to be filming your fights?
No, film that. This one's filming over here.
Okay. Did you lose the arm on that first one?
No,
Okay, you just let go.
no, I tried to cast.
Okay.
You just got stuck, and I was like,
I know.
Remember, when you're a spellcaster and you're in melee range, you get an opportunity attack if you try to cast.
I thought I hadn't done it yet to you, and so I was like, what if I just try it?
cast?
Yeah.
No, I actually told me to pull it off.
H, this is how you cast. H is bad at casting as well.
You say humana humana and then you say fireball. That's it.
So casting really is just like old school casting was you switch your hands and then you throw it. But these swords are so light that you don't need to do that.
It's kind of a like that.
You can just
Ooh, this has got a different feel than I think.
it just you can get it so you can bring your sword from up here to down here. Just train that motion. It's the same motion as you're doing. I'm pounding the front here. Now, of course, that's a sword you're used to. But I thought being able to pump cast is the best thing you can do. Like, Eagle needs to be like, oh, cast.
I remember.
Like super low, like back shield. Weave.
If you get really good, you can break your wrist in somebody's hip, maybe. Yeah, like that. Well, I mean, now you can do it no problem.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
back when you had the band shots, you're like,
Casting nowadays really put your bow on a sword. Like, Holly likes throwing this.
Yeah. That's essentially
That's a
what I
really
tried
good
to do.
shot.
It didn't work.
Yeah, but she's also lefty, so it's just like,
yeah, because it's still online, so you cut off angle of attack by doing that too.
but like learning
It's
how.
also very recoverable, that shot is.
That's how I.
Because like that's what
recover
happened to me was I got out here and then I couldn't recover. I blocked 2 of the 3 shots first.
Yeah,
but
and I was like, I'm just gonna keep going down until you can like me.
Throw a foxtail on it for fun.
It's like, it's fine until I put it in a glove.
Okay.
Once a glove comes into play, then it's like, oh.
Oh yeah.
I got that first arm shot.
okay.
It's just like, you hype it up 2 months and then...
Very light contact there.
Good shot.
So Blue, if you had that last two-handed stab, you one-handed stab, you would have gotten it.
Okay.
So
You
let me
noodled.
teach all 3 of you guys a really good stab.
What's that?
So you can stab from any angle from your left arm or right knee. But a way to get like a distant stab is you can take a left, I call it a half step, right arm, and then you do a full step with your left foot. And you're gonna go, I'm gonna go through your arm, so it looks like I'm going through your body, and having this low angle, so with your knee going up.
Yeah.
So if you're in stance, and I'm away from you, I'm basically gonna get right into your, basically your belly button or into your belt line.
Right here.
And it's only gonna ride up and eventually get stuck in the heart. Not McDonald's. So it's kind of a, if they, unless they block it, you kill them. Taco Bell, yeah. So if you want to try that on me, it's terrible. On feet. You start right foot forward, you take a half step, and then it's a left foot lunge, and you follow your knee.
Start with your right foot forward. Half step with the right.
And having your knee and your pummel in line is really good.
Don't.
So you see how you let go of your arm going out? It's
I
really
can't just wait on it.
Don't do it then.
And the goal is to stab it. Because even if I back up, your skill's going to catch me if you stab me.
It's just a matter of learning the muscle memory of footwork.
I actually stab it.
Yeah.
See?
Only when I
Alan says I throw my stabs too committed.
The other thing that you're doing,
Can't really disagree on stabs.
you have the same problem that I have and that Barnaby has and that every other Guardian has ever had. You got too big of a booty and you stick it out a lot. So that's how you keep getting hit like in this little leg, hip area almost every fight. Yeah. Well,
It
we know.
happens to me the top of my hips
They catch it down.
when I'm in stance here. If I'm not turned enough, they'll come down and miss my shoulder and get the top of my hip. It drives me crazy.
I also have the
Just-
marching band brainer on it.
Yeah. Oh god. Check.
Swipe it.
Upset. Lift. 2, 3.
Ah.
Did you ever really understand what I was talking about with the marching band?
Yes, I'm just bad at it.
So we can just mirror each other and do it, right? We're going to go this way, clockwise. You left your fight. No, we're going to face each other. And we're going to go clockwise. Right each other. Okay? Now we're going to switch directions. You don't want to you don't want to switch your hips. You always want to have your right hand forward.
Okay.
So you just move backwards and have your feet collide against each other. Switch.
I did not expect you to go under.
See how you switch your hips.
Look at these fucking nerds. Fucking band kids.
So going feet to left will always be normal foot, and going to your right will always be on your toes backwards.
Because as soon as you're aggressed on, you can just take a step back and be in stance.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
Back and arm. Alright, back and arm.
Yeah, it's just that point turn.
You don't do the turn.
You have like a really
So it's just, this is my stance. So this would be this direction. Switch would just be.
And you see how, like, sure, your feet kind of cross, but they're still in a free lane.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing this.
Because
So you're
they're not crossing with your hips. Because as long as they're here, then it's very easy to just be there.
Because an exercise I used to do for a while, if you put your feet in,
Oh.
Talon can do it.